Anyway, so Rooster Teeth is in fact shutting down after 21 years. Warner Brothers Discovery in talks to sell shows like Ruby, Red vs. Blue, and Genlock. Honestly, Ruby is not going to be sold at all, mainly because of the wild woke history, and nobody wants to touch it because of it. Honestly, it's better off to be left as open domain. It's better off leaving it as open domain, because if you open domain it, everybody will it'll just be up for grabs. Me, on the other hand, though, if it goes in open domain, I am going to claim it, because honestly, I adore Ruby. I really do. I love Monty's envisionment of the story, whatever he put down. I don't know his total envisionment, but I've made a goal to where I will do whatever I can to restore what Ruby was trying to be like without this whole hiatus of whatever the hell we're all seeing. And this is going for people who used to be fans of Ruby, people who prefer Ruby Volumes 1 to 3 because 4 to 9 sucks ass because storyline shit. Characters are now ass because people are so worried about inclusivity to the point where they are injecting that shit into the show so fucking much it's affecting the main characters, which is apparently affecting the main plot. And this is why, honestly, the voice actors, some of the voice actors should have gotten fucking fired for that shit, honestly. Now, I would name a couple, but that's none of my fucking business. But that's besides the point. I'm specifically naming these two fuckheads. But, again, that's besides the point. So we're going to dive deep into these articles, and I will look up more. Rooster Teeth shutting down. Okay, so this is coming from Variety News, and then this is also coming from Deadline, Games Industry, apparently, the Austin Chronicle, obviously a Texan base. Twitter is even also blowing up about it. And Feed, The Warp, Animation Max. I think that says Animation Max. It is. Is that supposed to be the Hollywood? Jake, Lucky, whoever they are. Everybody is literally leaving it with Rooster Teeth is shutting down ... Honestly, and everybody says it too. Go woke, go broke. That's how it is. That's how it's going to be. I don't give a damn. Because this should have been fucking avoided if you actually based it off of volumes 1 to 3 and not based it off your own fucking personal opinions. Let that be lesson learned. So Rooster Teeth shutting down. Yeah, so the Judgmental Critter, I'm sorry. I don't necessarily like her content because she does promote that kind of stuff in a way. Unless she tells me otherwise. And if she does try to tell me otherwise, I will do a deep dive and bust her ass. Rooster Teeth just got shut down forever. Clownfish TV was right. Well, first off, you got no views yet. I say yet, and they just got 36. But Clownfish TV, I guess they called it. But we are going to do a deep dive here with a bunch of articles, and we're going to put a video of Clownfish TV. This is crazy shit. So, where's my Discord?
Well.
Actually, I should have paused my music.
Oh, well. Welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
Hashtag Clownfish was right.
He's very excited.
I'm not
I'm going to stop them. Please don't ever fucking gloat like that.
I'm not excited for people losing their jobs, but I'm excited to be vindicated. Rooster Teeth has been shut down.
You don't know
officially.
how much crap from weirdos that, especially Neon, took over saying that he thought Rooster Teeth was going to shut down.
I've been speculating that Rooster Teeth is going to shut down for the last 2 or 3 years now. In fact, I had a video out there 8 months ago, End Stage Rooster Teeth. We talked about how weird it was that they took all their content off YouTube and they wanted to paywall it on their website, and that they are going broke 3 months ago. That is a handful of videos we've done on the demise.
To be fair, that was a really shitty move that they did on their part. Because honestly, and like I said, if they didn't blow all that fucking budget from Ruby into fucking Genlock and actually not do Genlock, because okay, don't get me wrong, I love Genlock, but they blew out so much budget because they want to hire all these famous actors just to voice act for a fucking show that would last for 2 seasons. A season that should have ended in 1 season, and they ended up making a 2nd season just because fuck it, why not, right? When they could have just either make just a simple show that goes in full circle without famous actors, and you can actually save the budget and the animation. Excuse me, and the animation too. Because the graphics they put on there, right? That shit was moving like it was 15 FPS. That was sad. Like, they were trying to render that shit on a fucking computer they can't even run. That is some serious issue. But, no. Rooster Teeth did a lot of shit where they should have never fucking did it. That is like making all these bullshit shows, bullshit, whatever, right? If something is popular... Right? Now, I get it. Red vs. Blue was popular. You should not continue a show up to a fucking 17th season, run out of ideas, and then circle back around just because fucking why not, right? Because there's a huge difference between having something like Red vs. Blue and an anime called... Can anybody guess what anime that would be? What is the longest running anime at the moment? Actually, now I think about it. Fuck is this? Apparently there was a long... Holy shit. I've never even heard of this. I'm not gonna lie, I've actually never heard of this. Sazae-san, 1969, present. To present? It's been airing for 53 years? Over 7,500 episodes, by the way. And they're still coming up with some ideas. However, that didn't stop them now, did it? Rooster Teeth ran out of ideas. Rooster Teeth ran out of ideas for Red vs. Blue. They should have ended it. They had a storyline going up to fucking season, 11? Season 12? And they should have ended it there. Because if you don't properly envision something for a show, and you know that it should have ended at a certain point, what's the point of continuing it? Granted, they did have change of writers and other shiz, right? And that doesn't mean anything. Like, if somebody told them this is supposed to end by now, let it end. Let it fucking end. Ruby, honestly, should have been left alone when Monty passed away. I understand that's a shitty take, but Ruby should have ended when Monty passed. I know Monty wrote all the way up to volume 3, but Monty was still changing his mind and actually editing shit. I know this for a fucking fact. So volume 3 wasn't even fully flushed out. Volume 2 wasn't fully flushed out. And they were still airing that shit. And they decided to continue to air it. This is fucking bizarre. And I was going to take it easy for today, and I was going to do some editing. But then I saw this. And no, I'm not just reacting to this because fuck it, right? No. I'm reacting to this because I actually cared for Rooster Teeth. I did. I cared for Rooster Teeth. I used to tune into their achievement hunters. I used to tune into Always Open. I used to tune into there was one that they had. There was a talk show that they had that was they were like drinking beers and shit, I think it was. I forgot what it was called. I know that show was shut down a long while ago. But essentially all the fucking people that were firing a lot and shit, all just because, right, for the sake of their fucking company, right? All for the sake of them caring about revenue and shit. And then that's just mainly because that a fucking woke community was trying to say, hey, there's some bullshit going on with Rooster Teeth. You know what? You know why it sounds like there's a lot of bullshit going on with Rooster Teeth? Because who takes the bullshit to a fucking workplace? The individuals. So that doesn't matter if you're fucking straight, of any fucking color, any sexuality, nothing. It doesn't fucking matter. It's the individual. So the fact that people are now suddenly blowing up about this and say, oh no, Rooster Teeth is shut down. What about Ruby, right? The only people who would actually ask about what about Ruby is the fucking, that same fucking group of people. The same fucking problem. Right? Same fucking issue. I'm not talking about the woke people. I'm talking about the people who are all over the place, and it's like a really bad lice infestation to the point where you just can't simply get rid of them until you do something drastic about it. Anyway, I'll continue on with this.
Of Rooster Teeth, and I've been telling you for at least 2 or 3 years now, this company is going to get shut down. Mm-hmm. They do not make money. They're clearly struggling, and Warner Brothers...
There's a reason why they weren't making money. Their shit's garbage.
They will pull the plug on movies that might have actually had a chance at the box office just to save money. There is no place in the new economic reality for Rooster Teeth, especially a Rooster Teeth without the original people involved. It's Rooster Teeth, as it is right now, is wearing the skin suit of Rooster Teeth from years past.
Well, Warner Brothers is hemorrhaging money, and they're just going to need to make cuts where they need to.
I wouldn't really call it a skin suit. Honestly, think of a ship that was supposed to set sail. But it never set sail. It's still in the dry docks. Nobody was sailing it. You had somebody who took control and then pretending they were sailing it. And then every time there was a storm that comes, they tell them, "Oh no, it's okay. I'll steer the ship away from the storm." But they're not moving. That's Rooster Teeth. And then by the time it's been many years, the ship only has a skeleton of what it had. Your beams, your bolts, your rusted parts, everything. And Rooster Teeth wasn't taking care of itself. It wasn't. it kept adding more and more and more problems onto itself. And because of it, this happened. This whole shit happened. This is why I'm here. This is why this shit is in this fucking title. This is why Clownfish is covering it. This is why somebody who adores Ruby, the new Ruby, and is covering it, but her content isn't even that great either. I don't even want to get into that subject. And I'm seeing 8+ articles about it. Because we're talking about a company that was supposed to set sail for 21 years. Never set sail. And this is going to be a real slap in the face when I'm about to say this. Red versus blue? You're just releasing the sail, but the sail is covered in holes. You don't have a rudder. You don't have any other propellant system. You don't have shit. Red versus blue wasn't even supposed to be marketable. It's a machinima. You know how it got marketable in the first place? Donations. You can't look at that and say that's marketable. Because I'll tell you this right now. How is it that a company can get away, company like Rooster Teeth, mind everybody that watches this, how is it that Rooster Teeth would look at Halo and say, let's make a machinima? Okay, success. A lot of people loved it, right? Put it on a Blu-ray CD or a regular CD, compact CD. Sell it. What fucking shit is that? Meanwhile, if somebody else did that shit, if somebody else did the same shit that Rooster Teeth did, there's an issue. Rooster Teeth wasn't selling shit because none of their shit's original. Except for Ruby. Ruby Volume 1 to 3 was the only time it actually got profitable. But did it actually set sail their ship? No. No. When Monty passed, that was like throwing a fucking Molotov cocktail on the side of the fucking ship. That was like Shrek throwing a fucking bottle at the ship in celebration and sank the whole ass ship. Because of Monty passing, nobody knows what the fuck to do. And this ship sank even harder. And while actual people were fucking flailing their arms about it, and by the people I mean the fucking higher ups of Rooster Teeth, flailing their arms about, they fucking failed. All of them fucking failed. They can cry their fucking eyes out on fucking streams and shit. Like I've seen that shit during fucking COVID. That was fucking sad. Because honestly, nobody wants to fucking hear that shit. Some stupid shit.
It's just the way it is. Sorry.
So the announcement was made today. We're going to talk about it. This is going to be my first reaction to the announcement. Now, they said they're going to keep some of their podcasts around, and they're going to try to shop Red versus Blue, Ruby, and Genlock around to other studios. Good luck with that. Crunchyroll.
They are not. That's going to fucking fail hard.
Might actually want.
If they make it open domain, they need to make it open domain. Red versus Blue is not going to fucking make it because Red versus Blue is Red versus Blue. It's unoriginal. Nobody wants Red versus Blue. Ruby, the fucking new community fucking ruined it. And I'm not talking about like old Ruby community. I'm still a Ruby fan, but only for when Monty was still alive. Meaning volumes 1 to 2 technically, but he wrote volume 3. But volume 3 wasn't properly finished. It's still a hot mess. But he couldn't get around to it because the guy's dead. So good luck trying to shop around Ruby, unless you make that shit open domain. Which, by the way, I know when that shit's open domain, a lot of other fans will try to fucking make their own Ruby shit, right? But one, here's the problem: it's not gonna be the same. And it's gonna be just as bad. Where none of it makes sense. Shit storyline. No actual character development. It's a problem. It's sad. And honestly, with this news, and you already know, and if people actually join my stream, like right now, if people are joining my stream right now and just hearing me ripping this whole fucking thing, this whole news aspect, a whole new fucking asshole about it, I'm not done. I will keep fucking going. I will keep grilling and cooking. Because this shit's fucking depressing. As somebody who cares about storytelling and as somebody who cares about entertainment, what happens when someone's entertainment gets ruined? People get cranky. People get pissed off. But what counts as good entertainment? Whatever suits you. What was suiting the majority of the populace that was watching Ruby when Volume 1 aired? A lot of fucking people. Ruby Volumes 4 to 9 lost it. They lost that shit. Even a couple streamers I know, or not streamers, but reactors I know, made it fucking worse. One in particular, and I'm not gonna fucking name him. His community was toxic as shit. And by the time Volume 4 is being aired, the community was even worse. Same goes for the rest of the Ruby community. The rest of the Ruby community were all fucking shitty. Except for the ones that actually cared about Volumes 1 to 3. The ones that were being toxic and shit didn't really care for the show. They just wanted to watch fucking Rooster Teeth suffer while they shove the whole idea of inclusivity in the fucking company's face. While I'm over here like, okay, cool. So you're trying to ruin my entertainment. My entertainment. Because I don't care if there's like any form of inclusivity going on. I actually don't care. As long as it makes sense. As long as there's actual character development. And more importantly, as long as it actually fits with the theme. Because nobody gives a fuck. In Ruby, it was supposed to be a dark fantasy universe where a team of four school students were all being teammates and being happy and looking at the bright side of life, and then shit went down at Beacon. Okay, well now they're sad. Their friends are hurt. Some of them are dead. But there was supposed to be a whole idea of like, let's keep moving. Let's push on. This is not what I felt in Volumes 4 to 9. And the more I think back about Volumes 4, 5, and 6, the more I get angrier. Because it doesn't make fucking sense. So this shit is out of business for a fucking reason. And that's because of their fucking community and their fucking staff and their fucking leadership.
Up with Ruby, but they'll reboot it with the Japanese studio, and it'll be better than what Rooster Teeth is doing now, I'm sure. But yeah, guys, everything's fine. It's all fine here. Clownfish, they're just alarmist. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, you get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
Not many woohoos over at Rooster Teeth.
Oh dear God.
Not many woohoos at Rooster Teeth. So after a couple years of just debacle after debacle after debacle, they have finally pulled the plug.
I wouldn't even call it a fucking debacle. I wouldn't even call this a fucking soap opera.
Hollywood Reporter, Warner Brothers Discovery shuts down Rooster Teeth after 21 years.
Dang.
21 years of this. The studio is shopping its Roost Podcast Network and IPs such as Red versus Blue, Ruby, and Genlock around. So that's the only thing that they have that they think has any value, but their podcasts are kind of cringy too. Animation.
I'm going to be really fair about this one. The only thing that was actually incredibly cringy in terms of their podcasts, I would have to say, It's Always Open. It was super fucking cringy and it was toxic. At first, like when I first jumped into one of their episodes, at first I thought it was wholesome. It actually wasn't. It was really fucking toxic.
Comedy and gaming studio Rooster Teeth, owned by Warner Brothers, is shutting down. Since inheriting ownership and control of Rooster Teeth from AT&T following its acquisition of Time Warner, Warner Brothers Discovery continued its investment in our company, content, and community. It's with a heavy heart I announced that Rooster Teeth is shutting down due to challenges facing digital media, resulting from fundamental shifts in consumer behavior and monetization across platforms, advertising, and patronage, wrote Jordan Levine, general manager of Rooster Teeth. No, it's because your content sucks now. You got rid of everybody involved with Rooster Teeth that actually brought eyeballs, and you paywalled all of your content.
Yeah.
It's not just that. It's not just that. Clownfish, you know more about this. It's not just that. No. I'm not even talking out on my fucking ass, and I can see it. Holy fucking shit. No. They blew too much fucking budget into fucking everything in hopes that it's gonna sell. Like, you just fucking can't. Holy shit. No. Okay, I agree, right? I agree. And I'm going to go back on this, right? I'm going to go back on this because I know people are going to try to fucking challenge my fucking intelligence. All right, I'm tired of shit. I've been awake since 3 in the morning. Why am I streaming right now? Because I see this shit, right? And this is something that I know that I'm willing to fucking talk about in my fucking personal viewpoint. And I didn't say opinion, by the way. I didn't say opinion, so don't take it as a fucking opinion. It's what I'm seeing. And so what I'm seeing with Rooster Teeth, like I said earlier, their content's shit. Like he said it, I agree. Their content is shit. Their podcasts are somewhat cringy, like he said. But again, Rooster Teeth podcast was all right. It wasn't entirely cringy. Granted, I haven't seen all of their Rooster Teeth podcasts, so I wouldn't necessarily know. You see how I'm being neutral about this right now? So I know, but I don't. I don't know all of it because I don't watch all of them. He's probably seen only a couple and said, oh, they're all cringy.